What's up, guys? Brian Danoff here with my brother Brett. We are heading in for opening day 2021, Yankees versus Blue Jays. We are both fully vaccinated, for the record, so that is how we are getting in today. Obviously, you can get in if you're not vaccinated, but you need a negative test, PCR or rapid. And yeah, just kind of wanted to show you guys what it's like to go to a Yankee game in a pandemic with only 20% capacity. It's gonna be weird. Already we're walking to the stadium and it's as if there's not a game. There's like no one behind us, barely anyone in front of us. Yeah, so why don't you join us? Wow, and you can already see that there's just like no one on the concourse. There's like a small line, obviously some news trucks. This is gonna be weird. I'm here for it though. It's been too long. This finally be the year we win number 28. We've been asking that question since 2010. Here we are. All right, I gotta figure out how to get in. There's a vaccine center sign. They're still vaccinating people here. I don't think during game hours, but. So these are all the things you should not be feeling when you go to a Yankees game. I don't think you should be feeling these anyway when we're not in a pandemic, but definitely if you have any of these symptoms, stay far away from me and stay far away from Yankee Stadium. Okay, so we just got inside. They checked our vaccine card and our ID twice, and they took our temperature on my wrist, and on our wrists. And obviously we're both good to go, and we're here in the Great Hall. Feels great to be back. Feels weird to be back. That was probably the quickest, Brett said, that we've ever gotten inside the stadium. There was basically no line. Obviously 10%, 20% capacity. It's gonna be a very interesting day here at the stadium, but it is so great to be back. It feels amazing. And it's opening day. I mean, you gotta be excited, right? So it's about, what time do you think it is? 11:35, and the Blue Jays are on the field taking BP. It feels really weird to be seeing this field again in person after watching it on TV for a whole year, not being able to come here. You can see that the dugout is sort of barricaded in by these like plexiglass shields or barricades, I guess, obviously to prevent, I guess, any sort of fan interaction. I think you asked earlier if we needed to bring a ball to sign autographs, but I don't think players are going to be allowed to even get close to players for quite a long time. So, but we're here. We're at Yankee Stadium, and it's awesome, and it feels good to be home. Well, we took our sweet time to get over here for batting practice for the Blue Jays, and they just finished. So, yeah, I could tell you that there weren't really any social distancing rules being enforced out here. I saw a lot of people diving for balls and being right next to each other like always. So we were wondering just how exactly are, you know, the Yankee Stadium employees going to enforce seating today. I mean, we're looking at this empty stadium and it's going to look pretty empty the whole game. Obviously tempting to go sit closer than where, you know, we have seats for, but we realized that a lot of these seats are kind of zip tied shut where you can't even sit if you wanted to. So yeah, I guess that's how they're sort of blocking stuff off and making sure fans sit where they're supposed to and not too close and blah blah blah. COVID-19 talk, you guys know the deal. But yeah, just another quick note, we've been in here maybe 15-20 minutes already, and we've already seen a few people not wearing a mask, and they're not eating, they're just walking around without a mask. So not surprising, disappointing, but also, again, not surprising. So we're here by one of the main food court areas, and at least, you know, a couple of these are just shut completely. They're open down there over at Nathan's, but just really no demand, obviously, with, you know, no need to keep everything open with just 10,000 people in here. You were saying it feels good to be back? Yeah. What do you think about the Yankees this year?
I think our window's closing.
So you think we got to win it this year?
Close. 2 this year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel
4
too.
or 5 years.
It's been 4 or 5 years, you're saying?
We make the playoffs consistently, lose every year.
Oh, yeah. We love doing that. We love making the playoffs every year and losing. That's the Yankee way since, I guess.
I mean, I won't count 2017, but...
You won't count as like a failure?
Yeah, because of the Astros.
That's fair. Yeah. And 2019, I guess, in a way, too, probably.
Yeah.
Love being cheated out of championships multiple years. 2018 even. You know what I'll say? The Red Sox, Cora, I mean, they were cheating. They were. So we're walking up the ramp to our seats in section 206, the second deck of right field. Got food, finally. I'll explain that later. And look how empty the ramp is. I mean, it's a ghost town. Say for like a few minutes, you feel like everything's normal. You look around, you're at Yankee Stadium, it's like nothing's changed. Then you realize you're wearing a mask and that there's 40,000 less people here. So these are our seats for opening day 2021. Section 206, row 3. Hoping Aaron Judge can toss us up a ball. We'll see. And finally got food. Craziest thing is, we were like in shock. Look at all these seats. Look how rusted every single seat in this section is. I don't think a lot of other sections are this bad. I don't know what could have caused it. I mean, like, look at, I get to look at this. Like, look at the seat back.
Yeah.
I mean, the seats themselves, like, this looks like the old Yankee Stadium. Meanwhile, this stadium's only, what, 12 years old? I don't know, maybe 2020 really did a number. I mean, 2020 did a number on all of us. I guess the seats were no exception.
Oh, they're wearing the baby blue.
Who?
They're wearing the baby blue.
Oh, they're wearing, oh yeah, I love those uniforms. They're wearing the powder blue uniforms, Blue Jays. This is great. This is so cool being here. Okay, so I actually took my mask off right now because I'm eating. We actually got some chicken wings and fries. We tried to get food from another place that was new. It was the Chicky and Pete's stand by section 115. They were selling like crab fries and Hawaiian, King's Hawaiian chicken sliders. They looked really good. We were standing there waiting for like 15-20 minutes after ordering, and our food just like wasn't coming out. Definitely a lot of dysfunction today. On opening day, you can kind of tell. It even took a while for us to get the food that we did get. But it is opening day. It's the first game a lot of these employees have worked in almost 2 years, so I get it. There's going to be some, wrinkles to iron out. Everything has changed. Everything's different. So got to have patience with stuff like that. But I'm here. I'm sitting in my seat at Yankee Stadium. It's awesome. Gary Sanchez just came out, ran out to the bullpen to warm up Garrett Cole, and he got a huge hand from even just the few people who are here. A very big, encouraging cheer. Hopefully that makes him feel good, gets him going. Still believe that there's a lot of talent there. Yeah, I'm talking about Gary Sanchez and how he might not suck this year. Yeah, oh, there goes Garrett Cole. There goes our hero, our ace, the man of the hour, Garrett Cole. This is his first start as a Yankee in front of Yankees fans. I mean, a start that counts. And it's awesome. It's exciting. He's half the reason why I wanted to be here, just to watch him pitch in person, watch him pitch for the Yankees, of course. It's great that we have him in the fold. If we do win number 28, it's gonna be because of him. So definitely excited to see him go today. Your thoughts on Garrett Cole?
Daddy.
Yeah, that's fair. So I don't know. I'm like kind of. I mean, my expectations for this team, obviously, is for them to win the World Series. I mean, it is every year, right? It's been the expectation every year I've ever been a Yankees fan, and obviously, being 22, I've only seen it happen once in 2009. I was here. I was in 420, up behind home plate, all the way up. But so I've seen it happen, but think about where you were and what life was like in 2009. It was pretty different, I'd say.
5.
He was 5 years old. So he barely even, I mean, he was not a big Yankees fan.
No, was I 6? No, it was probably a week before my birthday.
Yeah, so he was almost 6 years old. And now he's about to go to college. So, yeah, it's been a long time. So, I mean, again, they probably have the best team in the American League if they're healthy, if everything goes right. I don't see any other team being a huge threat to them. I mean, maybe the White Sox, maybe the Blue Jays, but they're really banged up. Their pitching isn't great. I don't know what. I mean, I know they have a great lineup. I think it's just their pitching staff is terrible. And then, you know, the Rays are still there, but they traded Blake Snell and got rid of Charlie Morton. And I don't know. I don't really fear them. Or I don't, you know, if I'm the Yankees, I don't fear them. So I don't know. Probably the White Sox. Tony La Russa's White Sox. So it's like the AL seems to be the Yankees to lose, and more than any other year in recent memory. So it's just a matter of staying healthy, playing their best baseball, and being there in the end. And obviously, if they do make the World Series, they'll probably be facing the Dodgers or the Padres. Both teams look pretty insane right now. And maybe the Mets. No? Maybe not the Mets.
For us, though.
Would be good for us. Yeah, that's best case scenario probably. I'm going to keep that in, but I just want everyone to know from the future that if the Yankees do lose to the Mets in the World Series this year, saying that's the best case scenario, well, we'll look like a couple of idiots.
Keep on the
Braves too. Yeah. I don't know. My prediction is like, I think 100 wins and we win the division.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't.
If you predict anything less than that for this team?
Yeah, it's hard to really say that they would do much worse than that. I mean, maybe 95 wins. I mean, that should still be more than enough to win the division. Yeah. DJ LeMahieu's taking the field right now for warm-ups, so good to have him back. If we didn't have him back, I would feel a lot worse about this team. But he's back, and he's here for 6 more years, and that's awesome. But, like, what do you think, though? Do you think, like, we get to the World Series and we win it? Like, well, what do you think happens? Like, honestly.
I fear the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's about it?
Yeah.
I fear the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Any other team than that, not really.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I feel, too. I think we could handle the Padres. We probably would handle the Mets or Braves.
Their pitching doesn't match up to ours.
Whose?
The Mets.
The Mets? Oh. Well,
DeGrom, Syndergaard.
DeGrom Cole is like a World Series matchup waiting to happen. That would be amazing. But I'd be scared of what the Yankees would do in that game. DeGrom would probably throw a no-hitter.
Lindor would take him deep 3 times.
Lindor would take Cole deep because that's just the Yankees' luck. That's the Yankees' luck. I mean, we talk about how great they are, how good they've been, I mean, our entire lives. But again, 1 World Series in 20 years, and they keep making the playoffs and then choking and then playing terribly. So, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to get anyone down. It's literally opening day, but I'm excited. But also, again, expectations have to be tempered at this point. So, I don't know. I think they make the World Series, and again, if they play the Dodgers, it'll be tough. If they play anyone else, I really think 28's coming, and coming this October. So, Judge just took the field. Jay Bruce, Aaron Hicks, getting ready to go. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a fun year. And at the end of the year, hopefully we'll have a full Yankee Stadium and, you know, less restrictions and everyone's vaccinated and we can all hang out and party when the Yankees finally win the World Series again. So, yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the first base.
Oh, my God! Okay, that's a good crowd. You can hear the crowd going.
It's like we're at a Rays game.
It's like we're at a Rays game, exactly. Just gotta think about it that way.
I mean, there's this amount of people, and they're pretty much all Yankee fans anyway.
That's true. That's very true. See, they're doing the normal baseline lineups for the pregame ceremonies. I'll just say it. I'll be the one to say it. They're not exactly socially distanced. But hey, I mean,
They all match.
yeah, they have masks. They're good.
And now, The New York Yankees starting lineup.
Here we go, Booney.
Leading off is second baseman, number 26, DJ.
Let's see how big of a hand Aaron Judge gets. Wow, it is loud. It is a loud ovation, even though it's just like 10,000 people. All right, so we're about an inning and a half in, right? Garrett Cole has had a kind of a rough top of the second. He gave up a run, I think a few hits. Yankees went down 1-2-3 in the first inning. I think Judge and Hicks struck out, right? So Stanton's coming up next. How does it feel right now? It feels kind of normal, right? Like when you're watching the game.
Like you said, there's crowd noises.
Yeah, so I was curious how the fake crowd noise would work, and you don't really notice it. I wasn't noticing it for a while, and then until you stop and listen for it, and then you hear it coming through the speakers. It's just like ambient, like regular, like the hum of a crowd. That's really all it is. The fans here are cheering and cheering loudly enough, I think. So it's different. It's a little weird, but it's again, it feels very familiar and kind of close to normal. Close to normal. So yeah. So Gary Sanchez just went yard. That was pretty cool. We all went nuts. That's a huge home run for him. Huge home run for the Yankees. They're now leading 2-1. I'm not going to take you through the whole game. You guys watched the game. By this point, you know what happened. Hopefully they win. If you're watching this. But yeah, it was funny because Gary went yard, and we knew it was gone off the bat. Everyone knew, including Gary. The masked Yankee. That's a new one. You think it's Hicks? Yeah. Yeah, probably. Let's see. Wow, it's Aaron Hicks. The subway race is back. I don't really have a train I root for. I just kind of hope everyone has a good time, has fun. You know? Poor train won. Okay, good for them. They just tied it up, right, with Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
Solo shot to left. So Chad Green's coming in to replace Garrett Cole. Cole had a really good start overall. 5 1/3, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 runs given up. But, you know, I will take that every day from Garrett Cole. Obviously, he can strike out a few more than 8, I guess, when he's on. But, yeah, so that's a look at the crowd level here. A lot of people around us, honestly. I don't really feel that socially distanced from people. Like they kind of feel like they're on top of you a little bit, but it'd also be nice if everyone wore their masks, which a lot of people are not doing. And Yankee Stadium employees have to come down and tell them to put their masks on. So we were just joking that Tyler Chatwood has a 27 K per 9, 27.0 K per 9. Gotta love opening day stats.
Like my MLB The Show.
Here we go. All right, let's see if he can get a ball from Aaron Judge. Nope. So it's like still pretty cold. Yankees just had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th for Aaron Judge. There was 1 out, and he grounded into a double play. Yeah, not great. But 2-2 game. It's a really good game. But yeah. So we'll see if the Yankees can take the lead here at some point and get a win on opening day. But I am kind of used to the Yankees having some pretty stupid opening day losses. So yeah, we'll see. I've always joked that that's just literally Jorge Posada. Look at that guy's ears. All right, so the Yankees, runners at the corners, 1 out, LeMahieu up. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling a blooper in the outfield.
Blooper in the outfield? Okay. That sounds about right for someone like DJ. Let's see. Oh. Wow, what?
All right, but now who's up?
Was he really out? Judge is up. All right, so the Yankees lost opening day, 3-2. I was gonna say because of the extra inning rule, which it is a stupid rule that really doesn't feel like baseball. But the Yankees had every chance in the world to win it in the bottom of the 9th. I mean,
They have the batting discipline of a bunch of 12-year-olds hitting off a pitching machine for the first time.
yeah, they really had like great at bats to start the game, and they just like slowly devolved back into like
Swinging at anything.
swinging at anything, but also staring at great pitches, striking out a lot, and a lot of classic runners in scoring position fails. So I was saying it like feels, I'm like pissed the Yankees lost, but it's like feels good to be pissed that the Yankees lost, because like we went to a game and it still was a lot of fun. But yeah, so any last words?
I hate Stanton.
He hates Stanton. I hate the extra inning rule.
I hate that rule.
And 0-1 to start the year, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Still 161 more, so I don't know. All right, so that's gonna do it for me. We just went into the team store, had to wait a little bit. There was like a maximum amount of people in there. I think it was like 18. I think I saw on the sign in the Yankees team store right here by gate 6. So overall, impressions of going to a Yankees game in a pandemic?
Not that different.
Yeah,
Feels pretty much the
really
same.
not that different overall.
It felt quicker because there's no lines.
It was like almost more convenient, right, with the lack of crowd size and lack of lines, and we basically stayed in our seats the whole game. I mean, we went to the bathroom once, right?
Yeah.
So we're not great experts as far as like what the rest of the stadium really looks like. We kind of just went right to our seats, but again, a lot of it looked the same. A lot of it felt the same, and it felt pretty good, at, like safety wise. Again, people weren't wearing their masks in the seats all the time, which wasn't great. But also we're vaccinated, which we're lucky to be, so that also made us feel better. Obviously, if you're not vaccinated, I'm sure, you know, I'd probably feel a little less safe here, but that's the power of science, right? Power of the vaccines. So get vaccinated. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully the Yankees can bounce back tomorrow or Saturday and not have, you know, as bad of a showing at the plate as they ended up having.
Maybe they'll hit a ball.
Maybe they'll actually make contact and not strike out.
And Sanchez, but other than
Gary Sanchez with the home run, that was huge for him. Happy for him. Hopefully he has a big year. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for coming to the Yankee game with us. He's probably annoyed how many videos I've taken. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Go Yankees, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.